What's up, guys? Vendetta here, and welcome back to another discussion video. Now, this video I'm going to be talking about my personal first impressions of Dead Alliance and really what I thought about the game in general, because I know it's just a beta, but I'm just judging it so far from what it's, here. Honestly, the game is really fun. There's game modes: quick play, private match, single player, and hideout. Now, I don't know what hideout is because I don't know a lot about the game, but the multiplayer is really fun because it's not like other zombie games where, they're the enemy 24/7. Actually, in this one, there actually can be your ally as well, and that's something that's really neat. And the customization is a lot like Call of Duty, with classes that are specific abilities and perks with them. There's attachments, there's skill streaks. If you get a good winning ratio, you can pretty much do kind of like kill streaks like you do in Call of Duty or so. Honestly, the gameplay is not much far off from a basic, simple shooter. There is some things they need to fix, like they should add some volume control, because in the game you can't control the volume of the music or gameplay, really. And also, the game kind of lacks in a lot of development issues, kind of like I noticed playing there was a lot of bugs and everything. But I understand that it's from Ilphonic, and they are the people who made Friday the 13th, and we all know that had a bad start, but it slowly progressed and it's an okay game now. It still needs work, but it's playable, just it's not finished. They're a small company. They were on a Kickstarter for Friday the 13th, so they're growing in numbers now, and gradually over time I'm pretty sure they'll be a great company, because this game was really addictive. Like the match that I was in, if you're watching this, I'm having a lot of fun. I was getting kills pretty easy. It was really fun gameplay. This map is my favorite map. There was two playable maps. This one, and I forgot the name of the other one, but it was kind of like that one cargo map on Modern Warfare Remastered. The close quarters one where you spawn trap 24/7, that little square map. Yeah, it's like that. It's really close quarters, and yeah, close quarter combat. I wasn't really a fan of that map, but this one was my favorite. I liked it a lot. It was a neighborhood. It kind of gave off a feel of good old Nuketown because of the scenery and the layout, and it was really fun to be able to play this map. I think that's one thing in this game that you won't have to worry about. The maps will be pretty good if they keep up with how these two. I think that if they have more, I think more that have this great quality, I think that, yeah, they'll have a pretty good map selection for this game. You can't go wrong there. Now, the guns, though, there is not really great number of weapons, but each class does have a fair share, like maybe a handful or so. Attachments, you have to unlock those, obviously. And the attachments can be anything far from like a silencer or red dot sight, simple things like that. I like the attachments in the game. I like the skill streaks, they call it in this game. I like how they made the base game and how they set it up. It's a pretty organized game. I just feel like it's gonna need work, because after this match I couldn't log into the beta ever since this match. Like, this match didn't have no problems in it. Like, I played about 5 rounds, and some had bugs, some had issues. This one was the first good match that I had, and it didn't have no issues. So that's why I'm showing this off. But yeah, there was some things I encountered during the beta, and like I said, I know they're a small company, and I know that this is just a beta, so take what I say as like a grain of salt. Like, just don't get triggered. Don't get offended. This is just my personal preference, my opinion, I mean. And honestly, the game's not bad, guys. If you're getting this game, honestly, I'll say this. I like this better than the Lawbreakers beta. Yep, I said it. I know there's people out there that's going to highly disagree with me, and that's completely fine. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm not here to, you know, make you like what I like. So respect that and don't try to persuade me to like what you like more. You know, voice your opinion in the comments, but honestly, I played this beta and Lawbreakers, and I gotta say that this game was really fun compared to that, just beta wise. I know these were not the full games, but I'm just saying, like I said, I'm just speaking from my personal opinion, and honestly, this game was really fun. I enjoyed this beta, and I really did like it a lot. I couldn't get into Lawbreakers as easy as I could this one, because even though I did have a few bug problems and issues in some matches, the game was fine. I mean, in general, the bugs weren't even that serious. It wasn't freezing or crashing on me. I mean, I was just seeing, like, you know, some little lag or, you know, here or there, and that's typical for games nowadays. That will happen. No game is perfect. You're gonna have somewhat of flaws in any game, you know, and a lag is a common one, especially nowadays. Anyway, the gameplay will get you hooked pretty easy, because the aiming, the shooting, the hit, you know, it all kind of feels good. Like when you're holding a gun and you're running around with it and you're trying to look for bad guys, you know, it's really fun to be able to it's satisfying to you know, shoot in this game. Like, it's not really a trash game with terrible, you know, anything. Like, it's a really good experience. I recommend, if you guys think about it, you know, I recommend getting it. Or if you're not for sure about the full game, but you're wanting it at a cheaper price, there's actually two versions, and one's the multiplayer pack, and you can buy that separate, which is still the full game pre-ordered technically, but you don't get the single player mode. And I think if I read the description right on the PlayStation Store, it'll be on Xbox One as well. So if you have Xbox or PC on Steam, just go to the description of the game where it says pre-order. There's two versions. There's the $40 one, which is the one with the story, yada yada yada, and the one that I read about the multiplayer pack is it's a standalone that just has the multiplayer, like in general, like what I'm playing right now on here online. That's what you'll be paying for, is just online. So if you've played the beta and you like the multiplayer, but you don't find the game worth 40 bucks, well, guess what? The price, the lower, cheaper version that you just pay for the multiplayer part is going to be $24.99. It's, yeah, you know, so there you go. It's a price I feel like, personally, is a fair price, you know, if you want to get it cheaper. And the multiplayer is probably going to be the funnest aspect of this game, guys. Just because of the fact that you'll be able to play with friends and other things. I expect this to be, I don't know if it'll be as successful as Friday the 13th, but I expect it to be successful to an extent. Like, I'm not going to say they're going to hit the marker that they want to hit with it, but just from playing it, just the beta in general, if they stick to it and just improve on this, yeah, they have a good chance of this game really taking off and becoming a decent game. And especially if you guys are into zombies, shooters, / online multiplayer, which mostly everyone is nowadays, obviously, then yeah, definitely pick this up for $24.99, because, you know, who doesn't want to get a game cheaper and you get the best part of it, the experience out of it. So it's a win-win, guys. But if you care for that single player too, don't let me persuade you to go cheaper. If you want to go ball out and you want to get that $40 one, dude, go for it. It's definitely worth it either way, because this game offers a lot of content, I can see. Because with the single player mode, I'd really be interested in seeing what that has to offer. It's just the fact that, you know, the multiplayer was the fun thing to me. And yeah, I wish the beta would have showed the campaign. That way we could have had a reason to get the $40 version. I just feel like since we were only limited to the multiplayer, I felt like, you know, we were locked away from the full version, technically, if you think about it. Like, they could have let us just play a snippet, like maybe a first mission, or however they put it in the story mode. Just do a little bit of like a 10-minute objective thing. But anyways, guys, that's all the time I have. That's my personal opinion on the game and my first impression. Is it good? Yes. Bad? Hell no. Decent? Yes. It's okay if anything at all. I'd give it probably a 7.5 out of 10. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. XXO out.